Hello and welcome to this demonstration of Cameron Computer's Credit Pursuit. Credit Pursuit is a purpose-built module designed to facilitate and support your credit control processes, giving you greater transparency and improved communication with all your customers. The software will integrate directly with your accounts package, collating all relevant debtors' information into a single interface, and combines this with a rigorous record of all your customer communication. To give you a flavour of how Credit Pursuit could help your business, we will now look at a couple of examples of the software in use. At the heart of Credit Pursuit is the customer list. It is here that all of your customer debtor information is gathered into one place, including balances, unallocated payments and credit limits. You can manipulate the data by clicking on the column header, but for today we're going to look at overdue accounts, so we'll compress the relevant filter at the top. This list is a list of only our outstanding customers, so we can now focus on them in turn. The first customer, Miss Debbie Threadgold, is showing a zero balance, but that's because her overdue balance is matched out by an unallocated payment. So we can now move on to the second of our examples, Denim Blue. To effectively pursue an outstanding debt, there's certain information we need to have to hand. The transactions page will have the detail of all current invoices. We can view the line by line detail by clicking here, and if we wish to email the customer a copy, we can just click here. The contacts information tells us who the primary contact is, along with any telephone number and email address. The account summary gives us turnovers for this and the last year, and the average debtors days will tell us how good this customer has been paying over the last year. Armed with this information, we are now ready to begin our pursuit. In our example, a quick phone call to the customer and they've agreed to pay the full outstanding balance. So we now need to create an action to check for the receipt of this payment. When you click the Add Action button, you're presented with the action reasons. These are predefined reasons within the system covering any eventuality. Pick the action reason closest to which you require, and you'll first of all present with pointers. Pointers are reminders to the staff for things that they want to check for this particular action. If you add some customer notes, check the date of the next action and who it should be assigned to, as well as the amount, and we have completed this action. Once you have added any extra notes that you require, you can click on the Finish Pursuit button to complete this particular pursuit. If we take a quick look at Outlook, you will see that a mail has been generated for this customer. You can create a range of letters based on what type of action or dispute is taking place, and the details of any action will be updated and appended to this email. A written confirmation of any verbal agreement is vital. It will ensure that any misunderstandings are corrected immediately and also avoids any confusion later on down the line. Let's return now to Credit Pursuit. It is often the case that the customer will dispute all or part of an invoice. So for our last example, we will look at this case. For the account Fix and Fit Hardware, we can see a pending payment of £425, an outstanding invoice of £2,570. After a quick phone call to the customer, you discover that they've actually got one of the items on the invoice, a grass trimmer, has actually been returned. We need to record a dispute against this customer for the amount of that grass trimmer. Similar to an action, whenever you create a dispute, you have to give it a reason. We will search this time under the code for return. Again, the pointers ask us to ask who's been dealing with it at our offices, how it was returned, and why the goods were returned. After adding notes and correcting the amount, we can then check to see who it's assigned to. With any dispute, we also have the option of copying in any other departments. For this one, we would probably want to copy in finance and stores. Once this has been completed, click OK, and this action has been recorded. As always, once all details have been collated, click the Finish Pursuit button to confirm. Once confirmed, the system will generate an automatic email to send to the departments you nominated earlier. As you can see, the recent actions we've created have already updated the customer list. Over time, any actions you create will go to make up a to-do list. This to-do list can be used to ensure that all communication you have with the customer and any agreements which are reached are followed up at the correct time. The last area of credit pursuit I want to show you today is the dashboard. The dashboard gives you high-level, at-a-glance information about your company debtor situation, from the list of your top 5 overdue accounts, what percentage of your money is overdue or disputed, the aging of your outstanding debts, the aging of any promised money, and also the average